cold yet from the bench. Huh?
Yes, he overestimated the distance of the goal.
There's going to be a traveling violation on Padim Israel. Good call by referee Totoy de la Cruz. 28.6 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And you can catch that clock winding down.
That's right. That would probably give enough time for 2 more plays. Now, of course, Great Taste will try to make use of the clock, but they only have 25 seconds, so that's a 3.6-second differential there.
That's right. Norman Black, they're in no great hurry to get things going. They're looking for the last shot in this quarter. And if they do get it, it'll be a 2-point lead for them.
That's a good play by Scott. He has 6 points right now, only 7-point-something seconds left in the first quarter.
Okay, Billy has no time to waste. He throws up a birdie and misses. The rebound getting away from Dewan Scott, and second quarter action is underway. We're 5 minutes or 5 seconds into it. Ricardo Brown and Norman Black are the backcourt tenders for the Great Taste Coffee men, who are now holding on to a 2-point lead. Bugs Adornado is back in the game. Here is Norman Black, picked up by Padim Israel. There is tight jam erected around that lane, but that didn't prevent that conversion from outside. But Norman Black bringing up his output to 12 points.
And a 4-point lead for his team right now, 33-29. Scott is still in the ball game, Joe, and it seems to be that he's really improving. His condition seems to have certainly improved. No,
he must have seen a faith healer.
There's an outside shot by Padim Israel, getting the 2 points back that Norman threw against him earlier.
So it's 33-31, just a 2-point lead for the Coffee men. And here's Ricardo Brown, the very deft playmaker for the Great Taste Coffee men. Bugs Adornado with an alley-oop pass to Norman Black. It went for naught.
It's a little bit very high for Norman. A good bounce pass to Fabiosa. He goes in for the layup and the shot.
Bernie Fabiosa tying the count for the 7th time tonight at 33-33. Ricardo Brown. The Coffee men have adopted a different offensive tactic. They're trying to smother the Crispa Redmanizers with a slow break pattern. Here is Ricardo getting it over to Manansala. Bugs Adornado is open. Got it.
Finally getting his first 2 points. William Adornado.
35-33. That's a 2-point lead right there for Great Taste. They want to be in the driver's seat at all times. Here's Bernie Fabiosa getting it over to Padim Israel. He drives down the middle. A blind pass intended for Billy Ray Bates. Well, Billy got it, and he throws up over Norman Black. Yes, sir.
He himself is having a good shooting night. Already has 13 points. His first 2 points here in the second quarter, and another deadlock at 35 all.
8 deadlocks already.
Norman getting the foul from Padim, but missing the shot. He had a chance for a 3-point play. We'll have to get the 2 points via the 15-foot line.
A new all-time high for deadlocks was established about last week in a semifinal game that stood at 25. I have a feeling that this game might just be able to surpass that. Right now, let's watch Norman Black try to break the deadlock.
Missing the first free throw. A little bit short there, and too much spin on his shot. 10 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the second quarter. Norman has 12, and you can really see him sweating.
Andre, there's about 25,000 people jam-packed here at the Araneta Coliseum, elbow to elbow, including 40 boys from the Nayon ng Kabataan who are in the upper box. Their tickets were provided by an anonymous donor. Whoever you are, thank you for that very charitable gesture.
Fallout shot by Philip Cesar there. And he has 6 points in the ball game right now. A 1-point lead for there's a good backdoor play to Norman Black, who really comes first down very quick for the fast break plays.
Norman Black outscoring Billy Ray Bates by 2 points, 15 to Bates 13. But watch Bates. He's on his side of the court. Here's Larry Demick, watched by Dewan Scott. And look at Norman Black really scampering to stay abreast of Billy Ray Bates, but they couldn't stop somebody else from scoring. Philip Cesar picking up his 8th point, yes.
They should also give Philip respect, because Philip is a veteran, and he really does have a good outside shot. It's not only his long arms that can stretch him for the layup, he can shoot from the outside.
And talking of guys who can shoot from the outside, he blew it this time. Bugs Adornado did.
That's right. And Billy Ray Bates passing Adornado. They're going up against Brown. Goes to Padim Israel for the layup and the shot.
Padim Israel really proving his worth tonight. He just might be a contender for our Magnolia Ice Cream Best Player of the Game award.
Certainly he could be, because he is not only a good scorer, he gives off good assists, and he's a very good defender.
Extremely. And here's Ricardo Brown. Get away from Bernie Fabiosa with a foul coming from Fabiosa.
That's right. Padim Israel came out and switched off. He was on top of Brown. Fabiosa helping him from the behind. Caught Ricardo Brown on the arm.
Ricardo Brown so far has 6 points, all of them from dazzling 20-footers. Right now he's on the 15-foot line. Okay, we've got a timeout. Minutes and 53 seconds left before the halftime break, and Ricardo Brown finds himself towing the stripe for a pair of charities.
he made the first already, Joe, and that's
right.
2 out of 2 for him, cutting down the lead of Crispa to only 1, 41-40.
Okay, we've got a 1-point game in our hands. Time down to 8:48 in the first half. Billy Ray Bates once again with Norman Black acting as a shadow, like a Siamese twin. And there's a pick set up by Philip Cesar, and we've got a foul called on that one. Illegal pick, or was it Norman Black?
Foul on Norman, because Cesar already established himself. He came in with a good pick. It was very far away. Norman trying to fight that pick, push him off. Only his first personal foul, however, and first team foul. Alley-oop play to Billy Ray Bates, and Norman saves the ball from going out.
That's what makes him a 100% awardee this year. He really puts it everything he's got. Norman Black pulls up and misses. Phillips controlling the rebound. Now he goes into a gallop as he crosses the midcourt line, going downtown for the Redmanizers. They're ahead by only 1 point. They can go for a 3-point lead here. Israel will give it to them. No, he doesn't.
And Scott pulls the ball away from Larry Demick. The fast break play for Ricardo Brown. The easy 2 points and a 1-point lead for Great Taste. If you notice, Scott is not letting Demick have as many offensive rebounds as he's been having in the past 2 games.
That knee has really healed miraculously. It's not completely healed, but it's certainly working for him tonight. And here's Philip Cesar working one-on-one against Ricardo Brown, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, Cesar already has 10 points in this ball game, no?
Yes, he does.
Another fast break play to Norman Black. There's going to be a pushing foul called on Bates. His second personal foul.
And the third team foul for the Redmanizers against only 1 for Great Taste in this second quarter. 7:47 left before lemon time. And we've got Mike Cristobal coming in for Bernie Fabiosa. Looks like Ricardo Brown has got his nemesis on the floor tonight finally.
Well, Ricardo Brown has had 3 people pick him up. He's been in the court since the start of the ball game. First it was Code, now it's Fabiosa, and then it's by Cristobal, you know. So 3 guys picking up on him. Manansala hitting an outside shot from about 21.
Thereby lies the tremendous strength of Great Taste. You can shackle Ricardo Brown, but not the rest of the riflemen. They've got so many of them.
That's right. And that game story of our boss really said it. You know, if you set up picks for the guys that can shoot like Manansala, Ricardo Brown, and Adornado, well, they will also deliver.
Our boss knows his basketball, no doubt about that. I'm referring to Dr. Carlos A. Villas. 12 seconds left on the shot clock for Crispa to get their offensive play here. Cesar low post again, missing this time. At point-blank range, that fadeaway shot could have given Crispa the lead. But now, Black is underneath, and he makes it an under-goal stab, and he's going to go in for a grand slam.
That's right, plus a foul from behind from Philip Cesar. Right now, Black is really making mincemeat of the local players that are defending against him. Maybe later on, Bates is just conserving himself. He might try to pick up Norman. Or, like Tommy's strategy in the paper says, that he hopes he can tire out Norman after 3 quarters.
By the way, the A, which I so emphatically mentioned as the middle initial of our boss man, stands for Albert, and that is where the Albert Paella name comes from, and you can find it only at Doña's, the Spanish restaurant along Makati Avenue, which is now open to serve lunch on Sundays from 11 to 3 p.m.
There's a foul given up by Jimmy Manansala against Billy Ray Bates. It was a 1-on-5 situation. Billy knew it, so he wasn't really going for the shot. It was just after the foul of Manansala that he threw it up.
Here's Billy against Norman Black. So what else is new? Billy picks up the garbage, gives it over to Demick.
Oh, another offensive foul on Demick. He used his head against the one Scott in that play. He called for an offensive foul. He's second. He's having some problems with the defense of Scott, who's not noted for his offensive game, but his defensive game.
Well, for that matter, the entire Great Taste crew can be commended for their magnificent defense tonight. 46-43, a 3-point lead there for the Great Taste Coffee men. Struggling to stave off Anay Lake. He got totally humiliated there, and here's Bates getting it over to Mike Cristobal. He draws a beat on the basket, misses it completely.
Not using the glass in that play. He was very close to the basket from about 8 feet. Adornado losing control.
His hands must be slippery. Manansala in the left quarter court. Norman Black works it over to Adornado. Brown is on the other side. Quickly picked up by Cristobal. He moves to a better position. Misses from there. Just the same. And we've got a loose foul.
On the one Scott. His third personal foul. Yes. Oh, no. It's Cristobal who called for that foul. Both of them have number 7s. And when the referee signaled number 7, the scorekeeper's bench thought it was the foul of Scott. It is Cristobal's foul.
Well, for a moment there, maybe the Lupin held his breath. Right now, let's watch Bogues and Erno work off Philip Cesar and Billy Ray Bates on Jimmy Manansala, who moves to the left side of the court. There's still a tight phalanx of defenders there. Wow, they can't find a single opening in that lane.